What if the most powerful couple in music is one documentary away from collapse? That sounds dramatic, but right now, that's exactly what people are whispering. Because 50 Cent says he's sitting on more than 140 hours of unseen footage connected to Diddy's legal chaos. And if that claim is even partially accurate, this story doesn't stop with one name. It expands. Fast.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean,
That's true.
he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, Diddy, but all that crazy going on. But, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like
Beyoncé.
The public saw a polished streaming series. 4 episodes. Clean edits. Controlled narrative. But 50 has repeatedly suggested there's a much larger vault behind it. Allegedly over 140 hours that never made it to Netflix. And here's the part people miss. He's hinted that future material might not go through traditional platforms at all. If it lands independently, with fewer corporate filters, that changes everything. Because once footage is out, you can't pull it back. And powerful people understand that better than anyone. But the real shock? It may not be Diddy. There's history between 50 Cent and Jay-Z, and that tension isn't new. Industry rivalry, subliminal shots, Super Bowl controversy debates, competing legacies. None of that is alleged. That's documented culture. What's disputed are the whispers that alliances form quietly behind the scenes, especially during Diddy's rise and fall. Nothing proven in court. Nothing confirmed officially. Just long-standing speculation that certain relationships ran deeper than fans realized. And when 50 teases a part 2, people immediately start connecting dots.
So they don't give you the trophies. I got the checks. I didn't get the trophies. Like, Jay got all the trophies, man. That's because he signed that contract.
What contract?
The one with Beyonce. If you don't sign, you don't give him a trophy, she ain't coming. Bro,
The Beyonce done ran down on you once, Fifth. Come on.
She did. Worse, she jumped off the thing, off the ledge. I was like, I didn't really know what to do. That's the Jay. If he says to Jay in his face, he'll look at you and go, nah, that happened.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out. She was like, and I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come on.
So Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
You're talking to Jay.
As soon as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, oh, look at this.
They about to jump you.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't there.
Solange was there. I would have had to reboot. Huh? What?
So what did B say, or she was just staring at you?
Nah, she came like she was ready. Like ready. I thought something was going to happen. And I'm like, yo, whoa. She's throwing me off now. Because I don't know exactly how to respond to this. You are still Beyonce. Uh-oh. I'm sitting on this stuff going, she goes, what is this guy say? I'm like, wait, what happened? I look at Jay, he goes, nah.
And then it turns personal. Beyoncé has been noticeably quiet. No explosive statements. No public distancing. Just strategic silence. Online, some are interpreting that as protection. Others are asking if it's preparation. Remember, she already rebuilt her empire once after Jay-Z publicly admitted infidelity. She recalibrated. She controlled the narrative. But critics now argue the situation feels heavier because it involves alleged criminal investigation surrounding someone in their circle. Again, alleged, not proven. Still, perception spreads quicker than facts.
We finally have 50 Cent coming out confirming that he does have more dirt on Diddy that he didn't even get to put in the 4 episodes on the Netflix Diddy documentary. And since it's 50 Cent, it's so hard telling what in the world he all has, but he said this in reference to the video footage that he got of the man recording Diddy before Diddy went to jail. And on top of all of this, he said more people came forward to him with allegations that didn't even make it into this Netflix Diddy documentary. And he alluded that he is about to drop this all on YouTube. YouTube. He sat down to explain some of this on the Sherry Show yesterday, and she said, "It shocked a lot of people to see this personal footage of Diddy. I know, 50, the way you run. This cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that has not been shown?" He said, "Yeah, well, there's some stuff that couldn't make it in because there was only 4 episodes in the Netflix Diddy documentary." And then Sherry asked 50 Cent, "Does this mean that there's going to be a part 2 of the Netflix Diddy documentary?" And he said that he's just going to put it on YouTube. This was not the only time in this interview that this man said this. Like, he is sure on YouTube for whatever reason, and he was even laughing about it. And in my opinion, I feel like why he wants to put this on YouTube is because Netflix probably wouldn't let him put in certain things because of liability. I think this is one of the main reasons why some of the things weren't talked about in the Diddy documentary. But like I said, also, he is cut down to a certain amount of time. Netflix gave him 4 episodes, so he has to put everything in those 4 episodes. And she asked him, out of all of the people that were coming forward, have there been any new tips that you have gotten since it's been released? He said, well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth about it.
Then the older allegations resurfaced. Discussions about when Jay-Z and Beyoncé first began dating have circulated for years, often debated, often denied, never proven as criminal wrongdoing. Some online commentators have used words like grooming, but no court has established that claim as fact. It remains disputed and controversial. Yet in moments like this, old rumors gain new oxygen, and that's where it gets messy. Meanwhile, separate voices have referenced other artists, suggesting possible victims could eventually speak out. Those are claims made by commentators, not confirmed findings, no court verdicts, no formal charges tied to those specific accusations. But when multiple interviews start circling the same themes, the internet amplifies it instantly.
People in the industry, been around for a long time, was there when he first started dating Beyoncé at 17, 18, he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. When I look back and see how old Jay-Z was, I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67. Something like that, 67 right there? 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's. And Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child? To me, she is. But I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old and she's 17, 18 years old. If that's her true age. We really don't know her true age because Gabrielle Union said she went to junior high school with her, and Gabrielle Union is considered 6, 7 years older than Beyonce age that she getting. So we really don't know.
Here's another layer people aren't talking about enough. Gene Deal and others have described the difference in how Jay-Z allegedly moves compared to Diddy. The narrative presented in interviews suggests Jay avoided visibility in risky environments, choosing distance over spotlight. That's commentary, not legal proof. Still, if that strategy is real, it could explain the silence now. Because sometimes survival in this industry isn't loud. It's calculated.
Official lawsuit, it's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
But now the friendship itself is being re-examined. Public photos, event appearances, business proximity. None of that is illegal. Yet when one figure faces serious allegations, everyone photographed nearby feels the heat. And according to reports, Jay-Z's legal team could respond aggressively if defamatory claims cross certain lines. That part is confirmed behavior pattern. He has historically defended his brand firmly.
Emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Pierce Morgan.
Is Beyonce celebrity B?
I hope to God not. But she was around.
Mm.
And she's very... she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I
look,
will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Then came the videographer twist. According to circulating reports, footage tied to Diddy may have changed hands after an alleged unpaid contract dispute. If accurate, that means ownership, not hacking, could explain how 50 obtained certain materials. Again, alleged, disputed. No full public documentation released. But if true, that's a legal gray zone that complicates everything.
Point of view, because I know you heard the statement that, Jay lawyer came out with about how he wasn't really friends with Diddy. From your point of view, was they really friends or no?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball. They wasn't playing baseball. They wasn't playing football. And they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
The one mistake Jay-Z made was being friends with Diddy, and now that mistake is coming back to haunt him.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot, like,
To us, right?
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro.
That's crazy.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him. Things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Some commentators even mention a Tony Mark Agnifilo in discussions about privileged recordings, though details remain unclear publicly. Words like tampering have been thrown around online, but there has been no court ruling confirming wrongdoing in that specific context. It's speculation layered over legal chaos.
I gotta say, this is awful that Diddy owes his life to Mark Agnifilo, literally his life, because he could have gotten life in prison were it not for Mark Agnifilo, his defense lawyer, who had a brilliant strategy. And Diddy screwed him over when he hired this videographer to chronicle his life without telling Mark Agnifilo that when Diddy and Mark were on the phone, this videographer was recording what Mark clearly expected to be an attorney-client privileged relationship. Now, it is true that the client holds that privilege. The lawyer doesn't. But Mark's clear expectation was that this was a private conversation. These were private conversations, and that he and Diddy could talk openly. And Mark could talk to Diddy not just as a client, but as a person, and try to guide him in a time leading up to his arrest. And unbeknownst to Mark Agnifilo, Diddy has got this guy recording the conversation as he's sitting there saying, "You are screwing this up. You are messing up this case. We're losing." And knowing that that's on tape. And it's almost like he's performing for the camera and not telling Mark what's going on.
So why are some people attacking 50 instead of focusing on the allegations surrounding Diddy? That's where motive comes in. Is this revenge disguised as activism? Or exposure disguised as entertainment? 50 insists it's accountability. Critics say it's strategic timing. Both could be partially true. In hip-hop, personal beef and business opportunity often overlap.
Calls I'm getting it as your boss. Yo, man, yo, how 50 get? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this self doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right? Whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity. So they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get the, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
And now the biggest question hangs in the air. If a second documentary truly focuses on Jay-Z, what happens next? Does Beyoncé step further back to shield her billion-dollar empire? Does Jay finally address the rumors head-on? Or does silence remain the safest move?
Like, it's just odd to see him in that, getting looked at in that way by white people, like Jay does, yeah. Like, I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real. Like, people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media. Like, he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him, but Drink Champs can't get him out of this one. And neither can Charlemagne. Because, those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? Because for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. She's not going to win. Let's get a deposition or something, you know? So I don't know why they get on his head so much, pause. But I never seen him, you know, under this, you know, I never seen him in this position to have to explain himself. Pause.
How you feel about the statement he came out with?
I mean, I didn't hear him say anything. I heard a piece of, you know, like I said, for me, I like, you see, I'm doing an interview, so I talk. I thought it was long. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, you know, I think right now, his silence is the worst thing for him if he is innocent. He needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer because I went to court with him. So.
Because here's what's undeniable. Jay-Z has rarely appeared this publicly vulnerable in terms of media narrative. Not convicted, not charged in this context, but scrutinized, intensely, and perception, especially in today's algorithm-driven world, can shift power faster than any courtroom. So we're left with a contradiction. A couple once viewed as untouchable now surrounded by questions, alleged connections, disputed timelines, strategic silence. None of it proven as criminal wrongdoing. All of it dominating conversation. And if more footage really exists, if another chapter drops, will it clear names or deepen the storm? Or is this the moment hip-hop's power structure quietly changes forever?
50 just came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay. They are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up. Check this out. Now, y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff. And people are like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy. And then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the tip of the iceberg, and I like it.
What's crazy is this man in this video footage of 50 Cent's post starts talking about a specific name, a man named Neil. And this man goes on talking about how he heard that 50 Cent has this extra footage, but it's footage that could possibly lead to Diddy getting more charges, like witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and more. And what's crazy about the name Neil that he brings up in this is the fact that the other day, Diddy's former chef Jordan, who is somebody that was a witness during this trial, who was about to testify against Diddy before the prosecution took back some of their witnesses who were testifying, literally claimed that Neil Dominique, a former assistant of Diddy, is the one that told Diddy that she was subpoenaed to the grand jury at the very start of all of this. She wrote this whole big post to Neil Dominique and tagged him in it and said, I just want to put this out there because I've been debating how I wanted to handle this situation. Now, I don't know you from a can of paint, but I'm really wondering why you decided to tell Sean Combs that I was contacted by the feds. I saw that you wrote him a good character letter too. Come to find out, you were actually providing Puff with information on a whole bunch of people throughout the case. So my thing is, why were you so comfortable putting me in danger? Why were you so comfortable putting other people in danger? You provided addresses to him. Were you like a double agent working for the feds and Puff? This is actually crazy because she alleged that Neil Dominique was approached by the feds as well in this investigation into Diddy because he was a former assistant.
He did, man. Yeah, he got everybody going, man. You know, he's getting a lot of backlash, man. Like, people are like mad at 50 for getting behind this thing.
Well, see, the thing about it is that people are out there rabbit ass mind, and they gonna sit up here and they gonna say some stuff like, yo, they try to make it up like it's because of a girl, it's because of a woman. A man that can have any woman in the damn world, you understand, go any parts of the world, find beautiful women all over the world, that's willing to do whatever he wants to. I'ma be mad because this dude got this one. Nah, it's bigger and it's more than that. They don't want to say, a lot of these cats out here don't want to tell the truth behind shit.
50
surprised you when you were watching? I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account and how he was coming off to the public.